not much of a surprise here, but you know, when developers start talking more and more about what we're getting next generation and comparing to what we have this generation with the Xbox One X, things really work out well for the Xbox One X, and these really make the X look like an even bigger and better value than what we're going to get in the future. It also makes you think that we might not be getting things as soon as some other people might think, but it's going to be an interesting topic of discussion because these interviews are always pretty well done and give us a lot of information. So what's up, everybody? Crapgamer here with Crapgamer Reviews, back with another video. Thank you guys for checking it out. I really do appreciate it. Please hit that like, share, and subscribe button because I would appreciate that as well. You know, hit that bell so you're notified of all the content, because I do a lot of it, and you know, it'd be really cool if you guys check out all that as well. I do quite a few videos a day, 2 or 3, so you know, obviously the expectations for new console generations are really high. The term next gen really brings, when you think about it, you know, you think of NES to Super NES, or the Master System to the Genesis, or you know, the N64 to the Dreamcast, or you know, Xbox to Xbox 360. There's quite a leap there. Obviously, in recent years with the PS4 and Xbox One, it's kind of changed a bit, and we're seeing less kind of that jump that we're used to. And then even with our mid-gen cycles, we got a really big leap with the X. Maybe not as much with the Pro, but what can we expect? You know, next generation. I think that's what a lot of people are kind of wondering. And this developer from Wonderstruck Studios, they made this sandbox game called Boundless. You can kind of expect that to come with the PS5 and Scarlet. They did an interview, and I will link it so you guys can check it out. And he said that we're expecting an evolution of the architecture rather than a revolution. Expect double the number of cores and threads, double the memory, and a modern GPU. The improvements we really hope for is a significantly faster storage device. Boundless needs to pull down a lot of dynamic data about the state of the persistent worlds, and we cache this locally, but the local hard disk is really slow and can cause bottlenecks when requesting and generating the worlds. In Boundless, we'd love to be able to open and render many more portals at once. The engine already supports this on high-end PCs, but the hardware is really limited at the moment. It's exciting to imagine how far we can take the game with a new set of tools. More than most, obviously, sandbox titles rely on the open world settings, would really benefit having, you know, a lot more of that. You know what I'm saying? I think that obviously we're going to get, you know, the better GPU, the better CPU is my typical thing that I request. But it is very interesting to see this, and to see that we're not going to get like this revolution of stuff, more or less, is really good news for the Xbox One X, because if you think about it, the Xbox One X is already doing a lot of what you know, people assume next gen will do. A lot of people just assume next gen is going to be, you know, this 4K thing or whatever. And I think what we're seeing is the Xbox One X is already doing that, right? So what else is left? I guess we're going to really see you know, some interesting stuff going on there, and I think that's very exciting as a gamer and just as a fan in general of video games. You know, it bodes well for what Microsoft is doing, because the way they're changing the industry, I think, is incredibly a really beautiful thing. And you know, the competition between them and Sony in particular is really something that is paying off for us gamers, because they're trying to one-up each other constantly, and that's helping us out. I'm sure Sony wants to have the most powerful console, and I'm sure Microsoft knows what happens if they don't have the most powerful console. It's a much bigger deal for Microsoft to have a more powerful console than it is for Sony, because nobody makes a big deal out of it if Sony's weaker, whereas if Microsoft's weaker, the media and everybody kind of chimes in. So you know, it's not going to be a revolution, but an evolution, and that's going to be very interesting. Let me know what you guys think, though. You guys think this bodes well for Xbox or PlayStation? Sound off, rate, comment, subscribe. Thanks for watching. Rack 'em up. Crapgamer out.